Hi guys, today I'm going to film for you my 2013 favourites, and it's going to be a long one, so I'm going to try and rush through some of these products because I've mentioned them before, you've heard me rave about them, that's why they're in this video, so you don't need to hear me gush about them again. I just need to kind of show you what they are. So, in no particular order, or should I do them in order? I'll do them in an order. Okay, body and bath. First of all, this 5-day moisture creamy body oil from the Sanctuary. I love this. This is amazing. It smells incredible, everything from the Sanctuary does, but it's so difficult to explain. It goes on like a lotion, but it spreads like an oil, absorbs like a lotion, but it doesn't go rolly when you rub it in. It's incredible. So if you like the idea of an oil, but it's a bit messy and you want it to not sit on your skin so much, you want it to actually absorb so you can get dressed, then this is amazing. I'm never going to be able to pronounce this. La Roche-Posay, is it called Cicaplast or Cicaplast? Cicaplast. It's a soothing repairing balm anyway. I used this a lot this year. At one point I used something, it was like a chemical peel, it was a mask, but it peeled and I got such dry skin all over my chin, it was horrible, and this was the only thing that did anything to help. It really did repair my skin. So if you've got eczema, I've heard this is really good. If you've got any kind of skin condition where it's dry, flaky, irritated, you know, you've got sensitive areas, this is incredible. It also really helps get rid of kind of those lumpy bumpy bits from razor burn on your knees and your shins. It's just an all-rounder, and I'm nearly out of this and I will definitely be repurchasing it very, very soon. Fake tan wise, there has been only one and there will be only one for me, and it is Cocoa Brown, and I discovered this in the summer. It's a 1 hour tan, and it really is. If you're pale like me and you don't like to be kind of uber tanned overnight, you can always build it up, but I like to be able to put something on and know that it's not going to be streaky and it's not going to give me kind of super dark tan overnight. I don't want to go into work one day and everyone be like, what happened? I want it to be gradual if I want to build it to that, but most of the time I just want to knock off the pale a little bit, just want to give myself a little bit of colour, and this is perfect. You put it on, I never ever get any kind of streaks. You put it on, it comes out like a mousse, but it's almost like a gel, and it's tinted so you can see where it's going to be. You leave it on for an hour, maybe 2 max, shower, perfect, done. Need this in your life if you're a big tan fan. Heal Genius foot cream from Soap & Glory. This was one of those products that I wasn't a big fan of for quite a long time, and then all of a sudden I tried it how it was supposed to be used and loved it. I like foot creams to be able to kind of give yourself a massage, or preferably my husband give me a massage. This is not that kind of cream at all. This is put loads of it on your feet, put socks on, and if you can bear to sleep in socks, which I generally can't, but if my feet are in that bad way, or I'll do it during the day while I'm at home and I don't have to go out, then it really does smooth your feet. And if you've got horrible hard skin, as most of us can get at some point, then it'll definitely help. The last bath product here is the Aromatherapy Associates Bath Oil, and I've tried these in several different fragrances, but this, although I'm not a big lavender fan, is my favourite, and it's the Relax Deep. This is a 55ml bottle, and I believe they're around £39, really expensive. I don't know, I just love it, and I think I really would buy it for £39. Previously I'd have been like, what, that is crazy, but if you have trouble sleeping, which I have done, this will really help. I put it in my bath, just a small amount. This will last me like all year. I put the smallest amount in my bath, and it just, the scent fills the room, the whole upstairs of my house, apartment if you live in one, I'm sure, and it just really helped me to sleep. So yeah, everything that they say about Aromatherapy Associates is true. Super strong fragrances, but then if you're not into that, you won't like it, because I've got one of their fragrance candles, their scented candles, and it's not my favourite fragrance, and it gives me a real headache because it's so strong. So if you do pick one, make sure you pick the right one for you. Moving on to skincare, I have one product that I'm sure you will not be surprised to see, and it is the Peaches and Clean by Soap & Glory. I don't use this as a cleanser generally, I will use this on my face as a mask. For the last few nights I've been using it overnight, so I'll put 1 pump of this all over my face, residue I put on my chest, and if I've got kind of any breakouts coming, it really does calm them down and get rid of them. And I leave it on overnight. Now, not everyone's going to be able to do that. I've kind of built up a resistance to it a little bit, and I feel like that's the only way it works for me now because I've used it so much. Whereas some people have told me they're very sensitive to it, it's left their skin very red. If I don't use it for a few months and then I use it just as a mask for like an hour, then you can see a very red mask-like face, and it's a little bit tender, but I like that. I feel like it's doing something. So if you don't like that, you might not like this, but right now I use this and my skin is like practically immune to the kind of sensitivity that it can cause, but it does definitely smooth and gets rid of any breakouts that I might have. But I've done tons of videos on this before, so I'm sure you've heard me talk about it. Another product that I like for the same reason, because it smooths and I feel like it tingles a little bit, is the cleansing toner All Bright from Botanics. Talked about this as being a similar kind of product to the Pixie Glow tonic that people rave about. I like the Pixie Glow, but it's so expensive and I don't know why. It's nice, but I don't love it enough, and I definitely don't love it any more than this, and so I will repurchase this one over the Pixie Glow. I'm trying to use that one up at the moment so I can get rid of it and finish up this one. I've still got quite a lot left in this one, but I really, really like this. I like anything that's brightening, anything that kind of get rid of that dead skin on the top of my face, and just anything that removes that dullness, because especially in winter time, that is something that I suffer from, but that's a really, really cheap way to try those kind of products. Let me know if you've tried that before, because I've heard some great things from other viewers that have tried it on my recommendation. A primer, not really a primer, a serum that I tried this year and really, really liked is this one. It's the Skin Perfection from L'Oreal Paris. I'm just thinking, as I'm making this video, I'm like, am I forgetting something? I'm sure there are tons of things that I absolutely have loved and I've just forgotten about because I've used them up. I don't have them anymore. But this was the one that stood out to me when I was looking through my collection. I keep this with my makeup. It's a serum, and you could use it during the night, but I use it before I put my makeup on in the morning, and it's velvety. It feels amazing on my skin, and it's a really nice base for makeup. I've never used a primer before and really liked it. I've used a couple of different ones and thought, yeah, that's okay. Generally, I don't use one every single day, but if my skin, if I've like cleansed my face and I've given it a really good scrub or something, and I feel like I want something, I want to moisturize, I want to hydrate, but I don't want to put anything heavy on because I'm about to put my makeup on, I will use this. And this is the one that I've used most of all. I've got like maybe to there left, so I've used quite a lot of it and I've been really impressed. I really, really like this because I feel like it's a hydrating layer underneath my makeup. A moisturiser that I've used this year and loved, and I've even got the new one now because I've nearly finished this one. It's the Blissful Daily Moisturiser from Organic Surge. This is my second, I think, my second tub, because I talked about this last year. It's just amazing. You can see I've hardly got any left at all. It's almost gel-like. It's hydrating, but it's not heavy. Perfect for oily skin. I use this as a nighttime moisturiser, although it's supposed to be for the day, because it's just lighter than the majority of the heavy, thick night creams out there. So when my skin is feeling oily, I'll use this one. I haven't used this so much over the winter time, but in the summer and most of the year, I will use this. It's just when it gets very, very cold and windy outside, I feel like I need a little bit more protection and it needs something a little heavier. But most of the time, if you've got oily skin, I would definitely recommend that as a night cream. And lastly, in skincare is the Rêve de Miel. Rêve de Miel? I don't know, it's by Nux. I've no idea. Am I pronouncing these things terribly? Who knows? And it's their lip balm. And again, this is something that has been raved and raved and raved about, and I thought was just a complete con. Yeah, whatever. Expensive lip balm, but it really is that good. It's like a mask almost. It's not like a regular lip balm. I wouldn't use it during the day normally. When we go to New York, I'll probably use it during the day because it'll basically protect my lips from the very, very extreme cold that's going to be there. But ordinarily I would use a normal lip balm or a lip product during the day, and I would use this at night time. Scrub my lips, use this, and it's kind of a matte, thick. My husband hates it because he doesn't like residue, and this is very much, you will feel it on your lips, but I love it, and it definitely has helped, well, with all of the flaky, dry, chapped lips that you can get over the winter time. I just haven't suffered from that this year, so I definitely put that down to this, and I will definitely be taking it on holiday with me. I have only one product for hair care, which seems crazy. I feel like I should have so many more. If you think that I should have been talking about something else because I've raved about it all year and I've not mentioned it in here, please leave a comment, because unless I have it physically, it's really difficult. And when I make these videos, I generally go away and go, oh, forgot to talk about this. But this was the one that, again, stood out to me, and it's the Dove Hair Therapy. This year has not been a year of oils for me. I haven't used a tremendous amount of kind of Moroccan oil, macadamia oil, the things that I generally used to love. I haven't used that so much. I used this. And this is a Nourishing Oil Care Leave-In Conditioner Spray. And if you've got very light hair, like very fine hair, very thin hair, my hair has got thinner. And as it's got shorter, because obviously I've cut it, I've used this less because I feel like it does make my hair a little bit oily. It does kind of leave a residue that I don't want. Whereas when my hair is a little bit drier, which it is at the moment, I have bleached my ends to give it this kind of extreme ombre. When it is a little bit drier, a little bit longer, I use this just at the ends, and it's amazing. It smells incredible. It's better than an oil because it's more lightweight. You're not going to kind of overdo it as easily as you will with a regular oil, and it's a lot cheaper as well. So yeah, I don't know if you can get that in travel size, but I will be looking for that. I have two nail favourites. One is China Glaze. This is the Neon and On and On. I will be doing a Neon New Year themed video very soon. I'm going to do some blog posts and then I'll put them up as a video. But basically, China Glaze has been my favourite nail polish this year to wear. It's been my most bought nail polish, but a lot of different nail polish, but the one that I've kind of looked online for most and wanted to buy, and it's always been China Glaze, and I've been really impressed with them, and I'll probably be buying a few more in the new year. And second is my favourite top coat, and this is completely dead. I've just bought another one. It's the Seche Vite. It just leaves my nails so glossy. It kind of coats them with a gel. I really like my Sensational kit, but as a blogger I like to repaint my nails a lot. I'll buy new nail polishes to review, and it just doesn't work with my kind of lifestyle, if you will, my nail painting lifestyle. But I do really like that kit, and if I'm going away or if I've got like an extended period of time where I know I can't paint my nails, then it's going to be fantastic. For my toes, great, but it's not something I'm going to be busting out all the time. I'm not going to be constantly doing my nails with gels because I do like painting my nails, and since I got my gel kit I haven't repurchased Seche Vite because I've been using that, and that's partially why I've not been enjoying painting my nails as much, because I haven't had my Seche Vite. But I really love this, and I have repurchased this now, and it's just the best top coat I've ever used. If you've not tried it, try it. I feel like you will be completely converted upon first use. Two face or foundation-y products that I found this year that I absolutely love, and I feel it was this year, was this last year? All of the days and the months are just melting into kind of one period of time. Undress Your Skin by MUA, that was this year, right? I'm sure it was. The shade that I have is Porcelain. This was one of the standout products of the year for me. It was so cheap and I was expecting nothing, but it was amazing. Much higher coverage than I was expecting, lasted longer, more oil control. It's just incredible. I would definitely recommend that you give this a go, especially because of the cost. But yeah, MUA Undress Your Skin, I've raved about that enough. And then the Real Techniques, what is this one called? The Buffing Brush for foundation. Beginning of the year, I would have told you, hands down, absolutely not. Never will apply my foundation with a brush. I occasionally would try it. I would try and do it for a video because it seemed like the thing to do. But this brush, I genuinely use it every single day. And if I can't find it, I'm like, it's not the same. I always applied my foundation with my fingers, and now I love applying it with this brush. It really does make a difference. It's not just applying it with a brush for the sake of applying it with a brush. Like I always thought that's what it was. Like, what's the point? But yes, this brush has changed my foundation routine, and Undress My Skin has been an amazing find this year. Moving on to eye products, which is the biggest category. I have here the Rimmel. It's an individual eyeshadow, the Glam Eyes Mono Eyeshadow in Spicy Bronze, which you won't be able to see from this distance, but it looks like this. I thought it was going to be a dupe for Urban Decay's Smog. It isn't really, but it's amazing in its own right, and I think I only paid about £1 or £2 for this from Fragrance Direct. And I think they're pretty cheap anyway. They're only £3 or £4, I think, even full price. These are incredible. I just didn't ever think that I could find a drugstore eyeshadow that I was impressed with. I found a Revlon Quad that I really liked this year, but this was definitely the one that I was like, wow, I can't believe how great this is. So I will definitely be trying more individual eyeshadows from the drugstore this year, because it's just made me realise that